Nice to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
How do you find Singapore?
I'm more of like a northern climate person, so a little bit way too hot for me, but it's beautiful. I like the nature. I like the bay. So I'm always looking forward to come here.
We've seen a lot of developments and changes with ChangeNOW. People are saying it is evolving into a B2B platform.
I would much rather say that our B2B platform evolved into something much more than just an instant exchange API, right? So we started back in 2018. We were just an instant swap service. People came in. People didn't really have to create any accounts. Dipped in, dipped out, no questions asked, no strings attached. But later on, as we continued to scale, we became profitable since day one. And we decided to kind of share our expertise, our infrastructure, and our tech with people. We developed a payment system called Now Payments and an RPC infrastructure provider called Now Nodes. Now we've kind of decided to unite everything into Now Solutions, which is a single crypto management platform, which is a full suite of tools that businesses all around the market, and some of them even in Web 2, can use in a safe and easy way.
With the Bitcoin ETFs coming into legitimate way of being traded in the US market, and also with the digital asset treasury strategies prevalent in a lot of companies globally, I think there are more and more institutional players in the market. How do you see the market situation?
Honestly, we as a company have kind of always been more focused on retail because we are like B2C and B2B2C. So our main priority is to make sure that our clients and the clients of our partners are protected both technically through our tools. And I personally think that the institutional players and Bitcoin treasuries, of which there are multitudes these days, there are Ethereum treasuries, I've even heard like Solana treasuries, they are doing good work for legitimizing crypto. However, in terms of retail, I don't really think that is going to be very sustainable. Bitcoin treasuries such as MicroStrategy and Fidelity and all the others like BlackRock, they hold at the moment 7%, and even, I think even more at this point, of Bitcoin supply, which is, when you think about it, it is an enormous amount of money. Them just like adding another man in the middle, because they do serve as a man in the middle because they sell treasury bonds on Bitcoin. I think that these are not the principles that crypto was founded on. Even if we draw a parallel between Bitcoin and like crypto treasuries overall, we can draw a parallel between the American like crypto and American housing market, because we have a lot of corporate landlords who are buying up real estate in bulk in states like Georgia. Retail is priced out. The same thing might be becoming real in the crypto sphere. So retail gets priced out, institutionals have their money, they buy Bitcoin in bulk, they artificially inflate the price, and when time comes to sell, I don't think the market is going to be in a good situation after that.
So what should the traders do then?
Stack their sats, invest in Bitcoin directly because it is an insanely good investment class, and not count on treasury companies to take care of their assets, really.
In recent years, the stablecoin has become a hot narrative all over the world. Well, how do you see that?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very bullish on stablecoins, however dumb that may sound. General public actually needs is to send money across countries and preferably pay with that money everywhere. Our Now product is aimed at directly that. Stablecoins are actually what is going to be driving adoption, both as institutionals, because they do need remittance, they do need to send money across borders, and sending USDT anywhere like Dubai to Singapore is not taking 3 to 5 business days anymore. And it's significantly cheaper than doing a bank transfer. And the second point is that retail needs to send money pretty much in the same way, because there are countries where bank transfers are unavailable. There are people who have migrated elsewhere, and either they make money in their own country and they need to send that money to themselves, for example, in like India and Japan, or they're making money in the country they reside in and they need to send that money to family. Stablecoins have done so much work, and they provide that infrastructure in terms of payments that people who might not even be in the crypto community, who might not be acquainted with Web3, so desperately need. I think the sphere overall needs to not develop like 50,000 stablecoins based on the like backed by the Korean won or something, right? People need to be building products that allow people to interact with stablecoins in a reliable manner that mitigates user error, that eliminates the need to navigate and like a million chains that stablecoins now exist on. Instead of like meme coins and chasing hype, I think projects need to be focused on that. In our company, we are actually pretty much ready to work with neobanks and exchanges and payment systems and crypto cards to kind of let people pay with crypto without worrying that they're going to lose their money somewhere in the middle. Because the traditional off-ramping is slow and expensive. P2P is often unreliable. Even on like bigger exchanges like Binance, there is a chance that you might get scammed. And this is all a huge waste of time. Building the infrastructure that would allow people to pay with crypto everywhere is something that we have our eyes on. Because it's not about just, coming in and like exchanging one meme coin to another. It's navigating the crypto world, I would say, like in an easy way, because we have a lot of people from developing countries, from sanctioned countries, from countries that are ravaged by war right now. They all need to move money somehow. And stablecoins actually solve this problem. And I'm very glad that the sphere is actually realizing it, legitimizing it, and adopting it.
But at the same time, with all the virtues and those values that stablecoins might bring to the global payment system, a lot of governments with weaker currencies are concerned about stablecoins getting into their country and threatening their currency sovereignty.
Sovereignty and like hegemony and whatever, right? That's why a lot of countries are doing CBDC research, because they're hoping that stablecoins might be kind of, again, as you said, threatening the sovereignty of national currency. It's going to take a while for governments all over the world to kind of legitimize stablecoins and realize that CBDCs are not really the answer. And for now, the space has been regulating it pretty thoroughly, like self-regulating it, like, introducing AML tools to make sure that the money that is being sent across is not contaminated by anything and did not come from any illegitimate sources. I do think it's going to take a while, but I'm happy with whatever is going on now and very much excited for what's going on, like what's going to be going on in the future.
Well, we just covered two contradictory trends in the global cryptosphere, which is one is stable coin, which is kind of realizing the original dream of the crypto scene. But at the same time, the DATs and the big corporates coming into the market and getting hold of majority of the Bitcoin supply, which is harming the ecosystem. Which trend do you think will be stronger in the future?
Bitcoin treasuries are mostly like an American thing, I would say. And in Europe and Asia, this is like people are paying more attention to stablecoins. The trend of intercontinental payments is going to be a little bit stronger than big corporations buying up Bitcoin in bulk and just letting people have a little slice as a treasury bond. Because like regulating that is still going to be fairly complicated. There is still room for bad actors to harm the market actively. I wouldn't say this is a real like use case for crypto. Bitcoin was invented as electronic cash.
Peer-to-peer transaction.
Yes, it was created so that people could transact without governments and big corporations spying on them, basically. I think what treasury companies are doing is just grift, chasing after profit, making money because they're profiting off of it immensely. This, as a trend, is actively harming the cryptos. I wouldn't say the treasuries are going to be like fringe. They occupy a very big part of the market. However, I think they're going to be like staying in America, where Donald Trump is building his statues with Bitcoin in his hand and like introducing executive orders to introduce like crypto assets like Bitcoin.
Stockpile, national stockpile. Yeah.
Yes, and the Trump media company owns it, a whole lot of Bitcoin. When the trend kind of passes, most of these like smaller treasuries are either going to sell off and disappear or be absorbed by bigger players and like turn into hedge funds.
You just mentioned Europe and Asia as a whole, but can you specifically elaborate what our APAC market means to you and ChangeNOW?
We are super interested in the APAC market. We've been on a big Asia tour recently. So we went to Bali, we went to Japan, we went to Hong Kong, we went to Korea last week, and now we're here. And it's amazing to see that people and even governments are waking up to crypto, and it's super exciting. There are so many amazing projects that exist in the space that we're super interested in partnering with. There are so many partnerships to be had and so many projects to be supported. So if you're one of those projects, feel free to reach out to us, and yeah, we're ready to chat.
What was the most attractive opportunity that you found so far in Japan, Bali, Korea, and Singapore now?
The Japanese market and the Korean market, which are currently dominating the crypto sphere, but there are good projects that are appearing in Japan. Japanese government is legitimizing crypto and supporting. There was a keynote where members of the Japanese government have created a crypto hub where they support startups like Dolphin and a few others to grow, and they're ready to invest. We are super excited about that, and we're ready to kind of tap into there as well.
I always end the interview with this question. Was there anything that you wanted to tell me but I didn't ask?
Not really. We've covered everything. However, my last words should be stay safe, have fun, but not too much. Stack your sats, put in stable coins, and everything's going to be all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.